Good evening to one and all. I am k.Ramya sree, second BCom Computers from Dammapeta College. Today, I am here to speak about few words on computer classification. Several different types of computers are existing today. They are similar in some ways and different in others. They can be grouped together into classes on different bases. Modern computers can be classified into the following types. On the basis of application, computers can perform a variety of tasks. There are three different types of computers are there. First one is special purpose of computers. These special purpose of computers are designed to perform some particular task. They can perform only those tasks, not others. And a computer designed for home security is an example of this category. And the next one is general purpose of computers. These general purpose of computers are designed to perform a large number of functions. They can be programmed to do whatever the user wants. The computer you work with belong to this class. Then the next one is embedded computer. These computers do not function independently. They are part of another mission. A computer fitted inside a robot is an example of an embedded computer. And the next one is on the basis of internal data or instruction representations. These are the digital computer, hybrid computer, analog computer. Computers works on electronic signals. All the data or instruction inside a computer are stored in some form of electronic signals. There are three different forms: analog, digital, hybrid. Therefore, on the basis of there are three different types of computers are there. First one is analog computers. Analog computers represented data or instruction using continuous values of electronic signals. They are used in many scientific and industrial applications. These computers are very fast. And the next one is digital computers. Digital computers, the computers which present physical quantities with the help of symbols or numbers and provide us discrete information are called digital computers. Digital computers, the input data is represented by a number, a computer that processes information in digital form accuracy. And digital computers represented data or instructions internally using only two signals. First one is high voltage and second one is low voltage. One signal is referred to as an on, while the other as off. On is also represented as 1 and off as 0. So for example, the instruction add 2 to 8 will internally look something like the following: 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. And the next one is hybrid computer. A hybrid computer is a combination of computers that are capable of inputting and outputting in the both digital and analog signals. Traditionally, the analog components of the computer handle complex mathematical computations. The digital computers components take care of logical and numerical operations in addition to serving as the controller for the system. Hybrid computers, for example, are used for scientific calculations in defense and the radar system. For examples of hybrid computers, notebook and laptop, etc. And the next one is on the basis of size and speed operations. All computers are the fast machines. Some are faster than others. Some computers are very big and some are smaller. On the basis of size and speed, computers are the following types. First one is microcomputer. Microcomputer, these are the smallest computer in terms of size. The CPU of such computers in a single chip called a microprocessor. Intel Pentium is an example of microprocessor. Microcomputers are further divided into the following categories. The first one is personal computers. It is designed for a single user and a PC has its own CPU memory, input and output units, software and data. There are different types of PC, HCP, HC, and as a few examples of branded PC we can also assemble to your to own and PC. And the next one is pers- personal computers, and the next one is desktop PC. This type of microcomputers can be placed on a table. This is the most common type of PC. And the next one is laptop PC. This type of microcomputer is a portable. The user can place it can on the lap and work. It has built-in battery for power supply. One variation of laptop is known as notebook. And the next one is workstation. It is a PC having a powerful processor and a large storage capacity. It has excellent graphics and capabilities. It also has many types of peripherals. It is mostly used in CAD and CAM. And the next computer is a mini computer. It is a larger than microcomputer and smaller than mainframe. It is multi-computer and many users can work simultaneously on a mini computer using its of peripherals. It is many times faster than as a PC. It has more than one CPU and has a very large memory. It is suitable for use in small companies and government organizations and universities, IBM, etc. And the next one is mainframe computer. It is a larger than even mini computer. It is extremely fast and handle large amounts of data and information. It supports several users through network. They are commonly used in large corporations, banks, universities, and military installations. IBM system is an example of mainframe computer. Then the last one is supercomputer. Supercomputer it is the most powerful computer. It is a very large and expensive. It is used in weather forecasting, complex 3D modeling, space science and other scientific applications. Intel and IBM Blue Genie, these are the few examples of supercomputers. The first supercomputer is developed by India is Param 8000, and the next one is characteristics of computer. Characteristics of computer: automatic. Computers are automatic machines. Once they can receive the instruction, they can perform the entire task flawlessly, provided that the program is error free. And the next characteristics is speed and accuracy. A computer can execute millions of instructions in a second. It has high speed and is always more efficient. It is the microprocessor that mostly determines the speed of a computer. The next characteristic is storage. A memory unit can store a large amount of data and information. It can be retrieved easily. The next characteristic is versatile. A computer can perform various activities from simple calculations to complex 3D modeling of rockets and missiles, etc. Internet is one such global network, different, efficient that helps in communication. And the next one is diligence. A computer can work day and night for hours and hours, provided it has power backup. The next characteristic is programmable. Computer is a programmable machine. It can perform different tasks. It does has how you instruct. This property is called programmability. Programmability makes computers extremely useful machines. And then we go to the memory unit. Memory unit is one of the major parts the computer system. It is the storage area of the computer. A memory chip holds data and program. Instructions it may hold it contains temporarily and permanently depending upon the type of memory. The exact location in memory that stores a particular data item or program instruction is known as the memory address. Memory unit is further classified into two. Two types are there: internal primary and main memory, internal and secondary auxiliary and memory unit. Internal memory. Internal memory, it means the internal memory stores the data and instructions after the processing takes place. It holds the resulting information. There are different categories of internal memory. These internal memory also included RAM and ROM. RAM means random access memory and ROM means read only memory. These memory unit also included in these RAM. ROM stands for read only memory. Once the data is written on this memory, it cannot be removed. Therefore, it is sometimes called the permanent memory. The contents of ROM are not deleted even when the power is switched off. Hence, ROM is non-volatile memory. ROM can be programmed by manufacturer and ROM can be following these types. PROM, programmable read-only memory. It is a memory chip on which the data could be written only once. It is irreversible, meaning that its contents cannot be altered. And EEPROM, there are few selected memory locations of PROM that can be changed by applying electronic signals. This memory is known as EEPROM, electrically alterable PROM, and EEPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. It is a memory chip whose contents could be erased and reprogrammed by exposing it to the ultraviolet light. And the flash ROM, it is special type of EEPROM chip that could not be erased and reprogrammed. That the difference between the two is that various EEPROM functions byte by byte. Flash EEPROM functions in blocks. Therefore, it is much faster. And then next we go to the RAM. RAM stands for random access memory. Whenever a task is performed in the PC, the data is first transferred from the disk to the RAM, where it is manipulated, and when the PC is switched off, all the data contained under RAM disperse. Consequently, it is sometimes called as temporary memory and also volatile memory. And the next one is DRAM, dynamic RAM. This memory gets refreshed after every millisecond. DRAM chips are small, simple chip and are easy manufacture. DRAM chips store more information than SPRAM. And the next we go to the EDORAM, extended data out RAM. It is a type of DRAM. It is faster than DRAM. It can send data even while receiving instructions for the next task. And EDORAM accesses one block of data at a time. And VRAM, video RAM. VRAM is used to store image data for a computer display. This type of RAM is used for high resolution displays. And SPRAM. SPRAM means this memory does not require constant refreshment. SPRAM chips are complex and expensive. These are much faster than DRAM. These chips store less information than the DRAM chips. And these are many other types of RAM, such as synchronous DRAM and single in memory module, and it helps it faster than the processing and manipulations of data. And then next we go to the auxiliary memory. Auxiliary memory is also known as the secondary memory. or the external memory. This memory is non-volatile in nature. That is, the contents stored in it are not lost when the power is switched off. Auxiliary storage devices are used for transferring data and information from the computer to another. These devices are also known as backup storage devices. The most common auxiliary storage devices are magnetic tapes and magnetic disks. Auxiliary memory Auxiliary memory is for saving data permanently. It is not volatile. Auxiliary memory comes in many different forms, the most common of which are hard disk, solid state drives, compact disk, and USB flash drives. Those things are called storage devices. Difference between the storage devices, hard disk and solid state drives provide the primary non-volatile storage for a computer. For a given capacity, hard disks are less expensive than SSDs. SSDs are sturdier than the hard disk. Typically, desktop computers use hard disk, whereas the trend is for laptops and tablets to the use of SSDs. And the next one is secondary storage device. Secondary storage device is also known as external memory or auxiliary storage, are not directly accessible by CPU. Secondary storage device is a storage device beyond the primary storage that enables permanent data storage. For examples of secondary storage device, hard disk, floppy disk, compact disk, and USB. And the next one is magnetic disk. Magnetic disk are magnetic tabs. Magnetic tape is a data storage medium that consists of a tape with magnetic coating. It is used in tape drive, a device that moves the tape over reed. This magnetic disk is a rotatable data storage medium and made of a circular aluminum plate coated with magnetic material. Data is stored and retrieved from magnetic disk by the means of disk drive. There are many types of magnetic disk. First one is Winchester or hard disk. These disks store data and information and remain fixed inside the computer. Hard disk can store much more data than floppy disk. A hard disk consists of many platters coated with magnetic material set on a common spindle. These days, a hard disk may hold as much as 120 gigabytes and flash drive or pen drive. It is a portable storage device. It is also referred to as a jump drive or USB flash drive. Pen drives are very small and can be easily carried in one's pocket, and it can be used to store and transfer files from one computer to another computer. And nowadays it comes in various capacities, 2 GB, 4 GB, and 8 GB, etc. A typical pen drive is shown here. And the next one is optical disc. Optical disc data is read and written on optical disc using laser light. Optical disc can store much more data and information than the floppy disk. The data written on the optical disc become permanent and it is not lost easily. Different types of optical disc are there. Read only optical disc. These are read only disc. A user cannot write upon them. Data is encoded into them when they are manufactured. this data cannot be changed later on. The popular read-only optical discs are called CD-ROMs, compact disc read-only memory, and DVDs, digital video disc, which can store as much as 17 gigabytes. Write once, read many optical discs. These are blank compact discs which can be written upon by the user. But once the data is stored, it cannot be changed, and are usually used for data backup. And the next one is erasable optical disc. These discs can be read and rewritten upon. The data stored in them can be wiped up. And new data can be written. The next one is magnetic tape. Magnetic tape, it is a data storage medium that consists of a tape with magnetic coating. It is used in a tape drive, a device that moves the tape over read, write and erase heads. Read head retrieves the data, and write head records the data, and erase head is used to remove the data from the tape. Magnetic tapes are manufactured in two forms, are they? Tape reels and cassettes. Magnetic tape is a medium for magnetic recording made of a thin magnetizable coating on a long narrow strip of plastic film. It was developed in Germany based on magnetic wave using magnetic tapes or tape recorders and videotape recorders, a device that stores computer data on magnetic tapes is a tape drive, tape unit and streamer. The standing recorder of how much the data the magnetic tape, the standing record for how much the data magnetic tape cloud store in 29.5 GB for square inches. To compare, a standard dual layer Blu-ray disc can hold 25 GB per layer. And working of magnetic tape, an electronic current in a coil of wire products magnetic field similar to that to a bar magnet and that held is much stronger is a coil has a tremors, and magnetic tapes consist of a ribbon of plastic one side of a which is these magnetic tapes consist of a thin ribbon of plastic, one side of which coated with a material that can be magnetized to record a binary data, a sequential storage media, and usually cartridge type, and serves as a primary means of backup, a method of transferring data between the system, a cost of efficient with a stored to data that is the accessed immediately. And this magnetic tape is a data storage medium that consists of a tape with magnetic coating. It is used in a tape drive, a device that moves the tape over read, write and erase heads. Read and head retrieves the data, write head records of data and erase head is used to remove the data from the tape. In these magnetic tape, reels are used to take backup from mainframe computers. Cartridges are used to store large amount of data and information. These are mainly used to store data from personal computers and networks. Magnetic tapes are cheaper than magnetic disk. Magnetic disk, it is a routable data storage medium made of a circular aluminum plate coated with magnetic material. Data is stored and retrieved from magnetic disk by means of a disk drive. These are many types of magnetic disk are there: hard disk, flash drive, pen drive. And the next one is digital computers use binary numbering system to represent number letters of, of the alphabet, characters, sound and pictures, etc. Examples of binary numbers are a binary digit 0 to 1 is called as bit, short for binary digit 8. Bits grouped together from a one byte. One byte stores one character at a time. All the special symbols such as comma, semicolon, period, space, etc. are also stored in bytes. For example, the word computer consumes 8 bytes, one for each character. Similarly, word hard disk consumes 9 bytes, one for each character including hyphen, and 1 byte is equal to 8 bytes. 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 bytes. And in binary system also, moving from right to left, each number becomes twice of the previous one. Thus the binary numbers can be represented as a counting method is also known as numbering system. All ancient cultures devised their own methods for counting numbers, which resulted in the formation of many number systems. The number system that is used by us in our daily life is known as the binary decimal number system. It consists 10 digits from 0 to 9. Examples of binary numbers: 241. The base or the radix of a number system, it is the number of digits it has, therefore the base of binary number system is 10. And binary number system, this system represented all the values as 1. Consequently, the base of binary system is 2. All digital devices follow this system because all electronic circuits generated two voltage levels, 0 signifying off and 1 is signifying on. Next one is secondary storage device. Secondary storage device is also known as external memory or auxiliary storage and are not directly accessible by CPU. Secondary storage device is a storage device behind the primary storage that enables permanent data storage. And this auxiliary memory is also known as the secondary memory or the external memory. This memory is non-volatile in nature. That is, the contents stored in it are not least when the power off is switched off. Auxiliary storage devices are used for transforming data and information. And these auxiliary memory devices from one computer to another computer. These devices are also known as backup storage devices. The most common auxiliary storage devices are magnetic tapes and magnetic disk. Magnetic tapes is the data storage medium that consists of a tape with magnetic coating. It is used in a tape drive, a device that moves the tape over read, write and erase heads. And read head retrieves the data, write head records the data, and erase head it is used to remove the data from the tape. Magnetic tapes are manufactured. And these auxiliary memory also included magnetic tape disks. Magnetic disk, it is a routable data storage medium made of circular aluminum plate coated with magnetic material. Data is stored and retrieved from magnetic disk by the means of disk drives. There are many different types of magnetic disk are there. These auxiliary memory also included tap reels are used to take backup from mainframe computers. Cartridges are used to store a large amount of data and information. These are mainly used to store the data from personal computers and networks. Magnetic tapes are cheaper than magnetic discs. And these magnetic discs are also included a pen drive. It is a portable storage device. It is also referred to as a jump drive or USB flash drive. Pen drives are very small and it can be easily carried in one's pocket. It can be used to store and transfer files from one computer to another. Nowadays, it comes in a various capacities are there. From it is 2 GB, 4 GB and 8 GB are example of a typical pen drive is shown here. These are the computer classifications, and thank you for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.